Hey y'all, sprinkle, sprinkle. How are y'all this afternoon? I just thought I'd pop on real quick. This is not going to be a super long video because I do have somewhere else to be, but I might maybe come back on later. We're going to be talking about the secret to main character energy because some of y'all are asking me, over and over, how do you get main character energy? The best way to get main character energy is to envision your life as if you're a character in a book or a character in your own movie and you are the starring or the lead role. Okay. So you have to imagine yourself as the lead role in your own movie. This is the secrets to main character energy. Now, the lead role in any book or movie or story always has to capture the audience's attention in some form or fashion, either their story, their looks, their character, their personality, whatever it is. You need to be capturing or captivating. Okay. So if you have a feature, play up your best features. You know what I mean? You're captivating your audience as the main character of your life. So you need to have something captivating about yourself. It could be your voice, it could be your looks, it could be your wardrobe, it could be how you speak, whatever, but you need to be captivating in some form or fashion in order to have main character syndrome. You said main character syndrome is a flex, though. It's embarrassing. What do you mean it's not a flex? If you want to blend into the background of the wall, then great. Be the wallflower. But in every great story, there's always a main character and a wallflower. Which one do you want to be? Okay. So you choose. Blending into the background is, it's good for some people, but if you want that main character confidence and that main character energy, you're going to have to be the main character of your life. It's your life. Why aren't you the main character? That's what I'm teaching. Okay. So many people walk around in their own lives, living as an extra, living as a side character. You are the main character of your own life. If you're not, then who is the main character of your life? And this is where the confidence comes in, because if you're giving too much energy and too much attention to someone else, they are the main character of your life. So not only are they the main character of their own life, they're also the main character of your life. And what does that make you? You see, so that's why I teach main character in energy. Y'all always want to make some type of level of confidence or genius, some type of disorder, because people that don't have it naturally want to label things all the time. And that's where y'all all went wrong. Okay. Y'all always trying to label something. Oh, that's personality disorder. Oh, that's main character syndrome. Oh, okay. Well, then just go sit back and watch. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Go sit back and watch as the wallflower, because some of y'all will tell yourselves anything to not do too much. And I'm sick of it. And people need to also get sick of it and start living their best lives again. Okay. Because back in the day, we didn't have none of that stupid stuff. People just said, look, I'm the main character, deal with it or not. My way or the highway. You in or you out. It wasn't. Y'all too soft in this generation. That's why y'all get stepped on like doormats and walked over and left looking crazy with the label. Okay, hold on. I gotta get my little topic. So, yeah, y'all stop all of that analyzing crap. Analyze the money. Analyze some main character energy. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said period. You said doing exactly her tactics will end up signing a business contract. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Exactly, y'all. Y'all need to be the main character, not the side character, not the extra. Okay, a provider ghosted you and you ignored him and stayed unbothered. He came back and obsessed. Why are men like this? Because they always want what they can't have. Haven't y'all figured it out by now? Because I keep trying to tell y'all, if pick Mishas, men don't like pick Mishas unless they need free shelter. That's the only reason that they will want to be around. And yes, unless they can use a pick Misha. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Louisa. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Men will become obsessed when you stop bothering. When you become the main character of your own life and you stop bothering with them. Another secret to being a main character is to not care what people think. When you don't care what people think, they have no effect on your main character energy whatsoever, because you're going to continue to be the main character that you are and do what you're going to do because that's who you are. Okay. You don't need anybody else's permission. You don't need to figure out anything. You already know who you are, and that's who you're going to be. And that's what the world is going to accept, whether they like it or not. That's literally main character energy. Okay. Okay. Well, let me see what this is. Thank you, Tinky Winky. He's the most introvert person you've ever met. He goes to a job and home. How am I going to make him chase after me? He's rich, but also has zero interest in any hobbies. He has nothing to talk about. He likes money, ma'am. Talk about money. If all he does is work, which is business, and go home, he likes money. He likes to make money. He doesn't like, his hobby is literally making money. So, I mean, if you can talk to him about maybe like, I've been thinking about starting a business. What do you think? Like, he'd probably be on board to talk to you about that, because rich people like to teach other people how to get money, especially if that's what their passion is, making money and just going home. He's already probably done everything. So you got to appeal to his, his mental side where, he likes to earn money. So talk about money, talk about his job. Then he'll want to spend more time with you if he could talk about his interests, which is himself, his job, and his money. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm kind of like that too. Like, if you ain't talking about money, I don't want to talk to you either. Sprinkles, but what we gonna talk about? If we're not talking about money, makeup, and how much money we finna make, or how much money we got, or how much money we finna get from somebody else, what are we talking about? Okay. There's not that many deep spiritual people out there in the world that ain't crazy. So what we finna talk about? Anyway, I'm getting ready to go. Hold on, I gotta take two. Hey, are y'all on the way? All right, I'll text it to you. No, I'll text it to you. All right, bye. Oh, is it thundering? It's thundering here, but I mean, if y'all want to chance it. Okay. I'll text it to you right now. Bye. Anyway, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in a few. Mm-hmm. You said it's not that many deep spiritual people. That's not crazy. Yeah. So, like, what are we gonna talk about? Most people only want to talk about themselves, their own interests, or how they can benefit. So, stick to those things, and that's like main character stuff anyway. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said what to say when man says he's been burned before by giving a girl money. What to say? Well, I'm sorry, you don't have no money to give. Think about this. A man gives money because they want to. Okay. You can't get burned if you're willingly giving a woman money. You're not going to get burned. You just don't want to do it anymore because you ain't got it no more. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. A man knows that's the only way he's going to impress a woman, unless he could get up and do, uh, you know, 80 push-ups and flex his muscle and change some oil and mow some grass. Like, how else is a man supposed to impress a woman besides giving her money or providing for her? What can he do? There's nothing he can do but give money. What can he do? How are we supposed to just laugh at his dumb jokes that aren't funny? That's not impressive. Are we supposed to listen to him talk and half the time he's wrong about everything he's saying? That's not impressive. Where is the money? Main character energy, don't sit there and like waste time. If a man talking about, oh, I've been broke before, then because you're boring and all you had was your money and you don't even want to give that. Come on now. Most of the reason that women are even in relationships with men are because of their money. They don't really like you. If they did, you know, you still have to have money to take care of them. So either way, you got to come up off that money. Either way, you got to come up off the money, whether they like you or not. That's just a given. Period. If they like you, they'll treat you nice. If they don't like you, they'll get the money and try to find reasons not to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? So if you got burned because the woman didn't really like you and all she liked was your money, well, perhaps you need to work on yourself because the money ain't the problem. Okay, half these men don't realize without their money, nobody would even want to deal with them because their personalities, their whatever, it's not what, what's coveted. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Tiki Wiki. So if all you got is your money, be happy you got that because everything else ain't working for you, sir. That's what you need to tell them. All right. Men should thrive. Men should be thriving, protective, and providing. They can't impress us any other way. What other way they're going to impress us? Okay. Okay, Shira, a 40-year-old lady told you that you're old-fashioned, even though when on dates, I tell my standards, and one of them is that I don't date unless they're a provider. Good, ma'am. That's a good standard. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Whether it's old or not, it still brings in money. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said anything I would do if I were 18 again? Girl, I was having the time of my life when I was 18. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hang out in richer areas. There you go. You said y'all women always want men to have it together while they are young. Go for older men. That's what I always say. Men aren't. No one's going to have it fully together when they're young unless they're very responsible. And most men that are that age aren't very responsible. So go get the older ones. And a lot of people say, well, Shira teaches to go date old men. Well, go date the young ones then and come back and tell me about it. Okay, y'all go have fun getting pregnant by brokies, still living with their mama. Y'all have a good day. Yes, go date older men that have an actual address, that pays taxes, that has money, that has a career, that has savings, 401k, possibly AARP. I don't care. Y'all want to go date Ray down the street borrowing $20 from his mama every week, every day? Fine, go do it. If y'all want to date men y'all's own age and then be worried about who they're liking on Instagram, fine, go do it. I never tell y'all anything and y'all, that's going to hurt you, but then you're going to come back and complain about your own choices. Shira, my man has, how old is he? Then why are you dating him? He's too young. Shira, my 20-something-year-old man is looking at women on Instagram. Okay, and what's he supposed to be doing? Taking a nap in the middle of the day and letting you spend his credit card that has no limit? Oh, wait, he's too young for that. I forgot. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, that's up to you, ma'am. Do what you got to do. You said they want to learn the hard way. And by the time they learn, it's too late. They already stuck with somebody that can't do nothing for them and got to sit there and deal with it. Okay, I'm trying to tell y'all from the start. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't want to date old men, then don't date them. You don't got to marry them. You can go out with them a few times, get your car fixed, do this, do that, and then be out. You don't have to sleep with them. Y'all think everything is all or nothing. That's the problem with women. It's either all or nothing with y'all. Y'all don't think like, okay, for a few weeks, I'm gonna go out to dinner with this old dude, and all my problems are gonna be solved, and then I'm on to the next. That's what they do to y'all on them dating websites. That's why every time y'all come in here, y'all are about, oh, I went out 2, 3 times with this dude and he ghosted me. Why don't y'all do the same thing to them, but get their money with it? Okay? Learn from y'all's mistakes. Learn from the people in these comments. Y'all are doing everything backwards. Y'all ain't got to marry them. Y'all even got to sleep with them. Y'all just got to get their money and then be out. Just like they got to sit across the table from you, looking like they can pull something young and only pay for 3 dinners. Ma'am, you're up in their status just by going out with them. A lady you talk to asking men on dates to provide is old fashioned and you won't find it in this day. Is she right? No, she's not right. She's probably unable to do it herself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I don't know where you live, but I don't know where you live. It's different in different areas. For over here, you can find a man to pay any day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I was out and about today. The man was trying to give me eye contact. He could have paid for everything. I don't know. It's not hard. Just do what you got to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, see, all I hear in the comments, there are a lot of self-defeating things in the comments. Main character energy, they don't see obstacles. They only see solutions. Okay? Especially if they're a main character that's winning. Y'all got to stop looking at the negative side of things and just go get it. Okay? It's out there if you want it. People sense when you're doubtful and negative. They know they can play on that. And people sense when you're positive and optimistic, and the only way to get your attention is to give you what you want. Your man is providing for you, but be micro cheating and flirting. Now I leveled up and see richer men interested in me. Should I ditch? Girl, you should have both until you tired of that one. Then go on, move on to the next. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 19, model, slim and pretty. You smile and dress modest, yet men seem too scared of me. It's getting exhausted. Maybe they think you're too much and they'll never be able to keep you or attain you or make you happy. You got to find somebody that actually can afford you with the same type of ego. You know what I mean? With a high ego who can afford you. You need to be trying to date millionaires. Go to the rich side of town. Not the regular rich, but go to like galas, go to parties, bingle with millionaires and billionaires. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Miss Jennifer, for the super sticker. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got to get up there on the higher level where men aren't going to be intimidated by you because all the women that they attract look like you. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I'm not going to be over on here for long. I said that. Okay. So another thing about main character energy, they don't believe the doubters. They don't believe the haters. They just keep going and prove everyone wrong. That's the whole point of a movie's main character. They always come out there on top. They always prove a point. They always do these things. They don't sit there and listen to naysayers and they're like, whatever, I'm the main character. I do what I want. So just make sure you keep that type of attitude. And that's what's going to happen to you. If you keep doubting yourself and listening to other people that are doubting everything, that's where y'all belong together. Doubting and never getting anywhere. So think about it. Main character energy does not care what other people think. Okay? They just don't. How to react if he wants to lower your allowance for 2 months because of money problem? Get another one. You're supposed to have 2 anyway. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't have 2, then that's why you're asking this question. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need a backup, ma'am. It's the same like when you have a car, don't you got a spare tire? Mm-hmm. There you go. Same thing. Backup. Or you should have already been started your business with the money that he's already given you in the past, and you should have your own streams of income by now. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. Thank you, JFK. You spent $5K on What? Spent 5K on boyfriend because he said to warn him beforehand? Huh? Oh, you spent 5K on your boyfriend's credit card. Good for you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hope you bought something good. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay. Time. Yeah, I gotta go in a few minutes, y'all. So let me know if y'all got something real quick that y'all want to throw in there, because I'm gonna be wrapping this up real soon. But I might be back on later. Okay, so don't be too sad. I might be back on this evening. Okay. You said how to deal with jealous, controlling boyfriend. Deal with another man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ghost that one and get the next one, baby. There's no reason you should be dealing with anybody controlling and jealous. That's called, like, that's not even freedom. You're not free. Okay. If you allow someone just because he says he's your boyfriend to control you, ain't got no ring, ain't got no marriage license, I'm sure he don't pay 100% of all your bills. So why would you let a fool be jealous and controlling over you that hasn't contributed much to your life at all? You know what I mean? Y'all let them do that because y'all think it's cute. It ain't cute. And if they're not doing the most, they can't talk. They can't tell you nothing. You should just laugh at them whenever they try to say something like, I still have this is what you tell them. Because I know I'm not 100% sure, but this is what you tell them. You still gotta, do you still have a car note? If you still got a car note, it's like, I still got a car note. I still got my own last name. I still got this and I still got that. Da, 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 da. Who are you talking to? All right. I would laugh in their face too, Mercedes. I'd be like, do it again so I can record it. Because that's how hilarious it is. Y'all are allowing that. If a man ever fixed his mouth to say something crazy to me, I would literally record it and be laughing at him. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle, because that's just crazy. You can't talk to nobody like that unless they allow you to. Yes. Moving to Arizona next month and plan to drop by Texas after you settled in. Where are the ranchers and farmers? And girl, look it up. Sprinkle. There's thousands of ranches in Texas. Just look up Richest Ranch and go there. Richest ranch owners. And there you go. Put it on your maps. Okay. Be like on Yellowstone. Just break down in front of the richest ranch. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, well, people get jealous if you start being that main character. Who cares, ma'am? You're the main character. Why do you care what extras and side characters think? It's your movie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's one of the things about being a main character. You don't care what other people think. You just gonna do what you do. Either they accept it or they don't. That's it. Stop thinking about so much of what other people think. If you have to check about what other people think, you're not even being who you are. You're being who they want you to be. Think about it. Level up advice for 20-year-old in nursing school. Don't date broke. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Date people that make more money than you in the future. Don't date broke. All right. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's my advice for a lot of women. How do you do main character without being arrogant? How do you do main character without being arrogant? You're not arrogant. Only the people that see you as arrogant don't have the same level of confidence, and y'all aren't going to make it anyway, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hang around people that have the same main character energy, the same level of confidence in order to be themselves. If you have to lower yourselves for other people because they think you're arrogant, their self-esteem is low anyway, they're already jealous of you, it's time to move on. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Alondra. Can you speak more on communication when they say you need to communicate or tell them to? That means you need to spell out everything because they're stupid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. It's instead of saying, "Hey, I'm really stupid and dumb, and I can't catch social clues," you're gonna have to spill everything out to me because I'm that stupid. That's what they're telling you. That something is wrong with them, and you got to do more in order for them to understand you. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. What income streams do you recommend starting? Any ones that you're passionate about, that you're going to do without getting tired of, and that you will continuously invest in. So that's up to you. Okay. Anything that AI can't do or take over. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So, like, if someone says, "Oh, you're just arrogant," it's like, well, I'm sorry, your confidence and your level of confidence and self-esteem is not on the same as mine. Sorry if I come off across as arrogant. Maybe you're just a little bit insecure. Or just automatically start acting stupid and dumb. I'm sorry. Is this better? Tell me one of those jokes again so I can pretend they're funny and laugh. A lot of times, men don't even like who you really are. That's why sometimes you got to fake playing dumb because they don't like certain types of women. They don't like women who know their value and worth. So sometimes you got to use reverse psychology on people and still be the main character and act like everything is their idea when you're literally planting the seeds and just using power of suggestion. So either way, whatever you're good at, just play the game according to what's best for you. Okay? Because some people, they can't pull off playing dumb. So they have to like use reverse psychology and sarcasm a little bit. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So depending on who you're dealing with and who you are, you're just gonna have to figure it out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, and no matter what, as a main character, you need to always stay leveling up and representing. Okay, you got to keep going. You know, most main characters have some type of story or purpose or something that they represent, some type of archetype. So you also need to find that. Okay, and after a while, it's going to be so easy. You're not even going to be able to, live life as a background character anymore. You're always going to be the main character everywhere you go, no matter what. Okay, don't want to be a nurse or purse. Okay. You said late 50s female, don't want to be a nurse or purse. Okay, ma'am, then take care of your looks and go get you a man that's in good health, that's older. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He might be your nurse. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find a man that's in good health that's older. Usually they'll be at the gym. They'll be at, places where people serve healthy meals and healthy foods. They'll be playing some tennis, or they'll be like doing pickleball or some type of golf or something. Go out where men are actually doing something physical and older. You don't have to be nobody's nurse because they probably gonna live longer than you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. The key, if you don't want to be a nurse, is to find a healthy old man. Okay, your provider is being clingy since we moved in together, being passive aggressive. I'm not entertaining it, but it sucks. He's 47. Girl, he's my age. You're 28. What to do? Okay. He's too young. 47. In his mind, he's 37. Honestly, I wouldn't even be at home. You said he's being clingy. Then you need to have some business. You know what I mean? You got to have something to do so that he can't be clingy. Like, let me tell you a secret. He's not going to be clingy if you keep finding stuff to do. So, for example, if you're like, you know what? We should decorate that, redecorate. Yes, we need some new rugs. We need some new that. Oh my gosh. You know what? I feel like I need some plants for the, the yard or whatever. Let's go to Home Depot. Like just stay busy so he's less clingy on you. If you're going to sit around and watch TV all day or lay around in the house, or, he always wants to go somewhere with you, it's because you're doing stuff that he's, not repelled by. So you need to do stuff that repels him away from you, like wanting to spend money, wanting to go shopping, wanting to redecorate. You got to find some business that he's not interested in, and he will not cling to you. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said Aunt Ethel strikes again. Yeah, you got to find some business that he's not going to be a part of. You said give him a project. Yeah, you can give him a project or repel him with things that he's not going to want to be clinging with. What if he's 74 and separated, currently working on his divorce, but wants to date me and takes me places? How do I lock it down? Girl, what 74-year-old man do you know is in divorce court, ma'am? He been telling that lie since he was 50. Do you really believe that? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, a man at work wants you while he has a girlfriend, won't pay. Oh, he can want all he wants. Don't mean you're going to do nothing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And especially he ain't giving you nothing. What's the point? You're 24. How do you navigate dating rich men and making rich friends when I come from broke lifestyle, trauma, and chaos? Okay, well, first of all, stop telling people that. That's number one. Number one, stop telling people that. Because why do we need to know? Nobody cares. That's number one. Number two is learn by people watching, by learning etiquette, by doing whatever you need to do, and then put yourself in the environment. Okay? Put in the work and stop telling everybody your business. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you read my whole Level Up book in one go today. Loved it. Thank you, Shira. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate it. Y'all can get the other ones. There's like 8 more. And they're longer. But I appreciate it. That was the intro one. Yeah, never tell people about your trauma. Never tell people about any of that other stuff. Why do they need to know? What are they going to do? Go back in time and fix it? Yeah. So get the money. Stop telling people your business. That's so true. Mm-hmm. You said, why do so many rich men make their wives work? They don't make their wives work. Their wives probably, if they do make their wives work, it's because they don't really want them around much, so they could do something else. Or their wives probably want to work to stay away from them. Either way, sprinkle, sprinkle. But anyway, let me wrap this up. I said I was going. So thank y'all so much, everybody who donated. If y'all want to ask me questions more in private, join tier 2 and up on my Patreon and message me there. I write you back in 1 or 2 days. I already wrote everybody back since last night. So I also send out cards and letters to the mail out VIP tier if y'all are signed up for that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all later. Thank y'all. Bye.